Hey Elizabeth, it's Friday, I'm Hayden, and I have a really, really awful haircut. So, excuse that one. I got a little overzealous with the clippers. Anyways, this week's topic is, like, how you react when people call you brave or, like, compliment you, like, oh, you look so manly, or stuff like that. I don't know, I guess I get it a lot. I get it fairly often. Um, guess my weirdest experience was having my dad's girlfriend compliment me on my leg hair. Because I'm pretty hairy and she was just like, "Oh, your leg hair is really manly." And I'm like, "Are you really having to search that hard for reasons to use male pronouns?" Um, and that was awkward. So, yeah. But like I guess I've come to the point where it's like, I've had a lot of people, um, ask me, like, if top surgery hurt, and tell me I'm brave, and different stuff about that, and, like, the way I explained it to them is, like, about, like, the pain and, or what was involved with it was, like, I wasn't on Vicodin for more than, like, 3 days, but also, like, a week a week of pain and another month of discomfort was nothing compared to the 8 years I spent being uncomfortable with my chest and the 2 years I spent trying to get rid of it and binding it. So I guess that's sort of what I talk about. And like had people be like, "Oh, you're so brave for being yourself," and it's like, well, thank you, but I'm just doing what I needed to do and taking care of myself. And I guess if you find that admirable, that's cool, but I don't really see anything special about what I'm doing. Um, yeah. I feel really awkward doing this because my friend Heather is sitting next to me over there, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to pretend there's no one in the room, but she's over there. Um, anyways, but yeah, and I don't know, I don't really have people complimenting me on how wonderful and masculine I am very often, because I don't know. I get, "Oh wow, I thought you were a guy until I heard your voice," more often than I get, "Oh, you're looking so masculine today." Um, so, yeah, and those comments get kind of awkward sometimes too, even though I know it. Yeah, I don't know. um, There were only 2 questions this week. Tristan wanted to know what our favorite Harry Potter movie was. I don't know, because I did see the new one. I saw it on Wednesday. And me and Heather are both very irked by the random nudie sex scene that shouldn't have existed, because you don't need that to get across making someone feel insignificant about themselves. I do it plenty to myself, plenty of the time, without there being nudie sex scenes going on in my head. And sorry, I have really low self-esteem, so I kind of beat myself up about shit a lot. So I was like, oh, that's not how that happens when it's happening in my head. Um, anyways, um, and I we watched the sixth one right before that. So those are like the 2 most recent ones I've seen, and I haven't seen any of the other ones since like they came out. So I don't really know. Xander wanted to know how we celebrated our Thanksgiving. Um, Usually, well, I used to go to either my sister's or my aunt's, but I stopped going to my aunt's because that meant spending Thanksgiving with her in-laws, and they're really, really homophobic. Um, and then my sister moved to California. So I had my friend Heather is staying here for the week because she couldn't make it home. And then my mom made food and fed us all, including my brother and 4 of her friends. So that's what I did for Thanksgiving. Question is, what is your artistic medium of choice? My first one is generally photography, but I also enjoy watercolors and crayons, oil pastels. Because that's like all I use ever now, because they're awesome. And otherwise, everyone should have a great weekend, and everyone needs to come up with questions, because we're out of questions again, and I'm sorry, Tristan, if you end up having to come up with a question again. Also, welcome to Kyle, the new boy. Hope you enjoy being on our channel. Awesome. Have a great weekend, everyone.